up and down the eastern seaboard are bracing themselves for Sandy.
But at least one riverfront town here in our state knows it all about the floods. No matter where the hurricane comes ashore, there's almost no way it can escape it.
That's right. ABC 2 News' Jeff Hager joins us now live with more on some of the preparations going on in Port Deposit. Jeff?
Well, Kelly, sadly, we've seen it before plenty of times, and Sandy's really expected to take her toll on Port Deposit, both coming and going. And people there are already bracing themselves for the high water.
Flood's coming. Gotta get out of here.
They can't move their stuff to higher ground fast enough with Hurricane Sandy on the way. And longtime Port Deposit residents know all too well what will happen when the Susquehanna River spills over its banks.
It was mud to the ceiling. Laundry room, we had to replace all the washers and dryers. So this one here is going to be a whole lot worse than that one was.
As if the gusting winds and driving rain aren't enough, as Sandy pushes inland, it's the water that will filter down from the north in her aftermath that will ultimately force operators at the Conowingo Dam to throw open the gates, flooding the small riverfront town in the process.
Now, when all those gates are open, you're talking about 2 or 3 million gallons a second coming through that dam. That's a lot of water. And water, from my experiences, water is the most destructive force in the world. You can't control it.
Just up the hill at the Waterwitch Fire Department, swift water rescue crews from as far away as Vermont and Texas will help with the expected flooding and rescue.
It would take about 2 or so hours for a commercial jetliner to fly over it.
Port Deposit Mayor Wayne Tome says the townspeople have prepared well for the high water, moving out furniture and piling up sandbags. But now comes the tough part, waiting out the storm.
In the immediate storm, since we're going to get a lot of the storm, we want people to stay inside, don't come out. We stress that because what looks like maybe a dead power line may be, in fact, be live.
Now, as typically the case just before a big storm like this, at the Conowingo today, the dam only had one gate open, a little bit of water trickling through as operators tried to allow the Susquehanna to reach a low point. Obviously, during the week, they're going to have that delicate balancing act, trying to limit the flooding both above and below the dam as best they can. Reporting live, Jeff Hager, ABC 2 News.